Okay, so for week 5 of fall anime season does continue. A lot of cool stories are happening. We meet more characters. There's a lot of setup episodes as well. So yeah, solid week. Gonna talk about some shows I've been keeping up on. Machi, I finally caught up to it. Season 5 has been very unique, very different, and very emotional. All the other shows go hard, so Dandadan, we meet a new character, the Dangerous Woman, ReZero, more suffering out here, it's so crazy. And in Orb, we keep meeting new characters. The story is so suspenseful, the way they kind of portray the science, the astronomy is so nice. Let's start talking about Dandadan episode 6, a great season. We meet some more characters here now. As we beat the Turbo Granny, she turned into a cat. She has Okarun's 2 balls, but they're both missing. They're like little golden balls full of energy, and a lot of other people might try to steal them because yeah, spirits are attracted to energy. So Okarun and Momo go try to find it where she dropped it by the train station. They cannot find it. So yeah, next mission, next arc, find Okarun's balls. Where could they be? Well, coincidentally they are in school. So we met that girl Arya last week. She's like the pink-haired kind of narcissistic girl. She thinks she's the chosen one, making everyone's lives better because she's so pretty. So she's very self-centered. It's very funny. Kind of feels like a parody character, you know, like Teruhashi from Psyche K. Like that same vibe right there. But yeah, I mean, I guess we follow her because she has Okarun's ball. And then this ball seems to enhance her psychic powers, and now she can see ghosts and spirits everywhere. She can also see Momo's powers, so yeah, she thinks Momo is a demon. And I guess that makes sense because, yeah, Momo caused the thing to fall on her head. So it looks like she starts spreading bad rumors about Momo. But basically, they kind of kidnap Momo after school, try to exorcise her with the cross. But bro, Jesus can't save her because there's actual real ghosts out here. It has this long hair, a red dress, and a hat. It seems to be attracted to Arya, and it's asking her to call her her mother. So yeah, that's interesting. Kind of another creepy ghost out here. Maybe we'll see some backstories because it looks like Arya seems to know this ghost from her childhood. So yeah, I mean, we gotta deal with that. Besides that, the ghost swallows Arya, swallows Momo, swallows Okarun as well. All 3 of them are dead, I guess. But then it looks like since the cross they had was actually a lighter, they kind of burned her from the inside. And then now she spits them out. Now the fight continues. The episode ends there. So yeah, cliffhanger. It's probably gonna be another insane fight, so I'm looking forward to it. Arya seems to be a kind of reoccurring main character, so maybe she'll play a part. She's in the opening. So yeah, we'll see what she's gonna do. But yeah, very funny characters, very funny story. And you know, they're keeping it consistent. This episode pretty much was a setup episode, but there's a fight coming up. Even the setup episodes are just so fire. Also, we have Orb about the movement of Earth, episode 7. Crazy episode. We made a new character, Jolenta. She seems to be a researcher, but she's a woman. So she works at this library and she can't participate in the conversations about anything because women learning science, that's witchcraft right there. You can't trust them. So again, I don't know how accurate this is in you know, classic European setting. I know witches were a thing, but I mean, I guess women's rights weren't a thing either. So she kind of does what she can to kind of get information. She sneaks and eavesdrops. Oh, there's other parts of the world, the Arabs, they're learning about astronomy. So maybe the stuff we're doing right now is outdated. So she researches a lot of stuff. She's very smart and resourceful. And she also kind of writes this paper to give to the higher ups. So yeah, one of her friends kind of gives it, but then he changes her name because no one's gonna read it if it's written by a woman. He's taking credit for her stuff. He's mansplaining the world to her. She don't want that. So she kind of leaves the library and is trying to look for some more motivation, I guess. So that's kind of sad. We also realized that Jolenta, she's Noak's daughter. That's crazy. What a kind of stark contrast between what he's doing and what she's doing. So yeah, he's the kind of mercenary hunter. He's literally killing all the heretics, and she's becoming a heretic herself, learning this astronomy. So yeah, he kind of doesn't really know what she's doing, but he's you know, keep doing what you're doing, follow your dreams, you're a smart girl. Anyway, after she gets angry for being treated differently, being a woman, she sees on the billboards there's this advertisement to solve this kind of astronomy puzzle. So she kind of studies some theory on it. This was written by Badini and Oxy. So their plan is to kind of recruit more people that are interested in astronomy so they can kind of further their research, because right now they're still kind of limited that the earth is spinning and everything rotates around their own axis because it can be easily refuted. So they need concrete proof. So they're kind of working slowly to accomplish their plan. But pretty much Badini and Oxy meet up with Jolenta. She kind of wants to progress her astronomy research, and this might be the perfect way to do it, just work with the heretics. So that's cool. The episode ends there. She kind of posts her answer. She's kind of scared, and the 2 dudes, Badini and Oxy, just very tall guys, just kind of surround her and ask her, yo, is this you that put up the answer? So it looks like she wanted to be anonymous, but now these kind of tall, scary men are grilling her. So yeah, it's gonna be a funny interaction next week. Also, after that, we have Danmachi Season 5. So this is episode 6. We have 6 episodes so far. I haven't talked about this anime too much, but bro, if Season 5 is not hitting, like, they stopped going to the dungeon in this season. It's all about kind of like this date episode with Seer. Like, the stuff goes kind of smoothly, I guess. You know, Belle attracting more girls, but then real shit is happening. We learn some more character reveals and drama, and Freya's like doing her plan. It's so crazy now. It's like such a desperate situation. So yeah, I mean, spoiler alert if you're not caught up to season 5 and in the season, because we get some like crazy character reveals. The first one, we see Seer. So she was working from like the Mamma Mia cafe. All these kind of hostesses in the cafe seem to be like normal people, but we see that all of them are like kind of strong adventurers. So there was Ryu that we like met up in season 4, the elf girl. So she was like working with Belle. She was like trying to get revenge on her familia. That's fine. But here now it follows Seer, the kind of like most nothing random character who has like a crush on Belle. And now there's like this whole festival happening with the fertility goddesses. So yeah, it looks like Seer is kind of inviting Belle on a date. It's very serious. Belle has to like be the perfect man for her, but you know, he's still attracted to ice. So the date doesn't really go, you know, smoothly at the end of the day. But yeah, the big thing is that Seer is not a real person. She's Freya's alter ego. She wanted to like kind of live with humans, see how they react, and then she like caught feelings for Belle at the same time. That's so fucked up. So like the fact that she's Freya is insane. But yeah, like what is happening now is that Freya is like so yandere for Belle that she brainwashes the whole kingdom into thinking that Belle is part of her familia. And then she also kind of convinces Belle because she's like kind of breaking his spirit, making sure that he doesn't ask questions, and you know, he second guess himself because like all of his friends are just ignoring him. They don't know him. Hestia still has her memory, but since she's like kind of weak by herself, she can't really do anything. Freya's whole familia are like really strong. So yeah, Belle needs a lot of strong allies to help him. It's so sad though, because like these past few episodes, we're just seeing Belle's spirit break down. Freya's just like committing all out war on the Hestia familia, our friends. Like hopefully she dies at the end of the season. Maybe not though, because she seems to be like a significant person. But I'm like, there can't be any like salvation for Freya. Like she's literally like lying to everyone. So yeah, Belle's like kind of taking hellish training, just like getting stabbed and attacked every day. And then after that at night, Freya's just like kind of putting the moves on him. So he's still very shy. He doesn't really do anything yet, but yeah, he has nowhere else to go. He's stuck in the Freya familia. It's so crazy, all this drama we're having. Like this story, I think, is so captivating. People were actually like sending threats to the author because they felt so bad for Belle. It's gonna end in classic Danmachi fashion, of course, though, with the heroes kind of winning, like, you know, getting power-ups, showing that they can like take on these strong people. So yeah, I mean, Belle still has a lot of allies. Ryu is still there. Hestia still has her memories. And you can see like some people that are in love with Belle are like slowly getting their memories back as well. So yeah, all hope is not lost yet. We're only 6 episodes in, so yeah, half the season left remaining. But yeah, very decent season. And you know, Danmachi surprisingly just like keeps it consistent. So many seasons, but they're all like very nice. Also after that, we have ReZero season 3 episode 6, another desperate episode. Subaru does not die yet. Can this man die, bro? He just wants to kind of continue on with the story, even though like his whole squad is severely weakened. The city is underwater, it's destroyed, and Amelia is kidnapped. All hope is not lost. All the heroes are still like kind of doing their thing. So yeah, even though it's desperate, we see Subaru still alive. He has the dragon blood in him from the Archbishop of Lust, so it actually kind of heals him. It has like magic healing properties, but only like if you can handle it. The dragon blood is kind of interesting. His leg is now like a bit healed. It's still like kind of fucked up, but yeah, that's nice. We see Priscilla kind of like meets up with Subaru. She saves him. She has like this kind of magic sword out here fighting all the magic beasts, and then she like offers help. There's also Liliana, the lolly musician girl. So she actually plays a part in the season as well. I'm like, yeah, random new character. Of course she'll do something. So yeah, it looks like her songs can counteract the Archbishop of Rat's like kind of mind control powers. So that's interesting. We kind of need her for like one of the future fights. So yeah, one more tool in Subaru's arsenal out here. Priscilla kind of commends Subaru's determination. He doesn't want to give up. He wants to keep fighting. He wants to rescue Amelia and save the city. So yeah, I mean, 4 archbishops, no problem. Okay, we'll defeat them one at a time. Although, bro, where's Reinhardt? You know, just call him. He can probably solve some of the problems himself. Also, after that, we see Regulus. So he's kind of like speed running the wedding with Amelia. It's gonna happen very soon. He's also very scary. Like, you don't want to mess with him. If you do anything wrong, he'll kill you. So he almost kills one of the wives, but Amelia saves her. But basically, he has 291 wives. A lot of them have died. Either he murdered them. So there's only 53 left. So Amelia's the 54th one. Basically, yeah, just like a fucked up dude. This man is the diddler, and then Amelia actually like runs away, so she like pretends to be tired, goes to sleep, and then yeah, of course you can't keep her locked up. She kind of like stuffs her pillows under her bed and uses her ice powers to kind of like escape the castle. So yeah, that's cool. And then she kind of like overhears something in Regulus's room, because I was like, girl, can you escape? Can you run away? It seems like all the archbishops kind of like control one tower in the city. But instead of running away, Amelia goes inside Regulus's room to get more information. She sees one of his like kind of like mirror cell phones that he was talking to, and it looks like he's talking to Al. That's crazy. Is Al a traitor? He's like the Dark Souls looking dude. But yeah, besides that kind of a setup episode, you know, Subaru's not gonna die anytime soon, it looks like. But all the characters are trying to like preserve through their own thing, and yeah, they're fighting back. Even though we suffered a lot of heavy losses, we see Crucia's face got fucked up with the dragon blood. Even with the whole city ruined, you know, we can't just end it there. Okay, so for Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, Part 3, Episode 6. So this was a setup episode again, but, you know, very nice setup episode because we meet some more characters. We saw Grimjo last week. Who do we see again this week? Nell. Both the little Arankar girl, she's grown up. I mean, she was grown up before, but now, like, her adult form, Uruhara kind of created a bracelet for her, so she's, like, fully adult form right now. Orihime is jealous. All these girls are on Ichigo's harem. There's also, like, that red-haired girl from the Fullbringer arc, so, yeah, I mean, she's kind of cute. People like her. Bro, I'm still a Yoruichi fan. Bro, they cooked on the female character designs this season. I mean, every season, pretty much of Bleach, so they don't really explain too much about, like, the stuff of them, like, kind of recruiting all these people. It kind of happened behind the scenes. But basically, all hope is not lost. We see Ichigo with the whole squad of people. We also see a lot of Soul Reapers coming in, Shunsui, and everyone else. So yeah, everyone kind of, like, makes their way back up to the Royal Palace. But what do they see? It's not the Royal Palace anymore. You watch kind of like absorb the Soul King's power fully, it looks like. Maybe not 100%, but now he has like a lot more eyeballs on his face. It's very creepy. He looks like a monster. And he's rearranging the entire Soul Palace. It used to be just like a bunch of like floating platforms, but now it's just like this giant like Quincy Kingdom. It looks similar to like the Soul Society, but like dark purple. So yeah, now they can't really fly anywhere either. They just have to like make their way up and beat Yawatch. So all the characters are there. So literally all the Soul Reapers and Ichigo's party, they might meet up. So a lot of setups this episode, but it's gonna be insane. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. It's very unpredictable, but yeah, just like it's gonna be a lot of fights pretty much. Also after that, we have Tower of God. So yeah, season 2, episode 19. So the second core of Tower of God has been pretty decent, honestly. Also, it's because of the returning characters from season 1 out here. So we see N. Dorsey, she's nice. Anak, everyone else, they're just like so cool. Just like their personality didn't change. They keep climbing the tower. And yeah, there's like a lot of like different guys, you know, like the dude with the tracksuit doing strategy. Some random new characters they recruited. And yeah, their goal is to target Ju Violet Grace, the Fug member, because he killed Kun in this timeline. This is all just misunderstanding, bro. This is Bam. This is your friend. He didn't kill Kun. But they can't really reveal that. It has to be a secret. But yeah, I think N. Dorsey kind of like figures out his identity, so they gotta deal with that. Besides that though, they kind of do like a lot more goofy fights during this workshop battle. So there was like a pre-workshop battle where they kind of shoot each other with guns. That was like a 1 or 2 episode thing, and then now the real workshop battle is happening. It's kind of underwhelming so far. Just like very quick like round 1 type of things where like the main characters kind of dominate. But yeah, besides that, there might be more like kind of 1v1 tournaments happening in the future. We see a lot of characters getting development, and then Ja, it looks like he really wants to help Bam. So yeah, I mean, his identity is still like being kept secret, but not for long probably. And then yeah, a lot of other stuff happening. We see like the AI, the artificial intelligence, Emily. So apparently she's based on a real person, and so they're doing like some fucked up experiments with her. So I guess they gotta save her. She's also in this like workshop floor. So you know, stuff is happening. The animation is still like not great, but I think the story did pick up in the second core. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about it. It's like, you know, it's still worth watching, I guess, if you like the story. You know, it could be worse. It could be Blue Lock. The under 20 tournament is happening still, so we meet a lot more strong characters. The focus here seems to be defense. So in this 6th episode, while everyone's trying to score, all the strikers are in position. There's like this strong Brawlic dude, Oliver Aiku. He's the captain and he's like the best defender. And then bro, this dude looks like a grown-ass man, just like a beard, mustache, with a lot of like experienced strong people with like a good level of balance between offense and defense. So the animation is still like very bad. The still shots, the art is like okay, which is very unfortunate because, you know, the story is nice. Like there's actual suspense in these matches. The only problem is you can't really tell what's happening with the animation. So after that, we have the story of girls who couldn't be magicians, episode 6. Really loving this anime still, bro. So many Witch How to Tell Your like comparisons, but just like a cute magic show. We see it's very sad because Kurumi, they have their final exams. Their teacher doesn't show up, of course, but they still have to take it. It's very easy though. You just have to draw one spell on the page. And Kurumi, since she can't be a witch anymore, she doesn't know what she wants to do. She leaves the test blank. I'm like, bro, are you crazy? Our girl lost all hope. Now she can't like follow her dreams anymore. It's so sad. So, yeah, there's kind of like a New Year's party happening as everyone like finishes their finals and is about to go home for the holidays. And besides that, we see a new character. So he kind of flunked out of the magic school. He has to transfer into the regular school with everyone else. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what they're cooking with that, but yeah, more characters out here, more story happening. So it looks like Kurumi will kind of be friends with him. But yeah, we see like during the holidays, everyone's kind of like leaving, but Kurumi is staying at the school. Same with Yuzu. So she's like the kind of like rival girl that also wants to learn magic. It's also funny, I realize this now, Yuzu, she's like the fruit, and her friends are Lemon and Mikan, Lemon and Orange. So yeah, I mean, this is like the fruit-haired squad right here. But basically, her and Kurumi are being really close friends. Some Yuri vibes. And they kind of like explore this another haunted spot with the magic club. And it's like really dark, so they hold hands. But basically, they're kind of like fighting more supernatural things, but none of them really know magic. Yeah, like hopefully it doesn't get too dangerous. It looks like their teacher, Minami, might be like doing stuff in the background. It looks like she needs to help Kurumi. But I mean, hopefully things go well for them. But yeah, I really love watching this anime though. It's very underwatched. If you want a cool, cute witch show, the quality is nice. The colors are very unique. And yeah, you know, I'm biased, but I like it a lot. And yeah, that's it for the shows this week. Thank you for watching. Kind of felt like a setup week, but you know, very cool, high quality episodes. I'm catching up to like a lot more stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend any of these animes. Dandadan, of course. Very top heavy this season, but you know, Danmachi, if you kept up, is good. Bleach, you know, continuing to be strong. And Orb, you know, like I think everyone loves Orb. It's like the new anime this season. It's just like a unique, suspenseful type of story. So yeah, that's decent. And yeah, you know, thank you for watching. Let me know if I missed this show, if anything else is good this week or upcoming. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Peace.